Will Big Zhang bang Agit Kabayel in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, with His Excellency awkwardly smiling in the front row, live on February 22nd, on what looks to be the biggest stat card in boxing history? As usual, we'll be breaking it down. I'll be handing this over to my co-host. Now, let's talk boxing.
As the new heavyweight division unfolds and many great fighters are coming out of the shadows, like Big Bang Zhang and Agit Kabayel, we are excited to see them throw down February 22nd in the Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, of course. I think this is going to be a great fight. To say that both men are very underrated, in my opinion, we have a guy that's, towards the end of his career, and Big Bang Zhang, but he has done some impressive stuff as of late, beating Joe Joyce in impressive fashion, knocking him out 2 times, and then knocking out Deontay Wilder. Not many fighters could say they have a knockout over Deontay Wilder. But on the other side, we got Agit Kabayel, a guy that's coming out of the woodworks, really. Nobody knew where this guy came out of. And then the Day of Reckoning, one of the biggest fight cards in history, he comes out and beats Makhmudov. And then apart from that, he sets the tone by beating Frank Sanchez, another very up-and-coming heavyweight. So I really think this is a good clash of styles. To break down the styles a little bit, from what I've seen of Agit Kabayel, that he is a very good counterpuncher. He does work the body very, very well. He's not as a big heavyweight compared to like Zhang and Deontay Wilder and those fellas, but this guy's got some serious power and some serious skill, and I'm excited to see what he does February 22nd.
Now, I'm interested in this one because there's something telling me that there's a possibility we'll see Zhang getting stopped. We never really seen him get hit to the body, especially from a specialist like Kabayel. The only way I see Zhang winning is that he needs to get him out of there early. The first 4 rounds, because we all know Zhang's only a 5-round fighter. Look at when he fought Parker. He was slow as molasses, especially in that 12th round. I think he might be the first person in history to not even throw a punch in the 12th round.
With Zhang, the power. It doesn't matter if you're a 5-round fighter. It's like Deontay Wilder would always say, you have to be perfect for 12 rounds. I just got to be perfect for 1 second.
You need the stamina to back it up, though.
The thing is with Zhang, though, he has the power, and we saw even against Joseph Parker, he was gassed for sure, but he still was able to knock down Joseph Parker in the 9th round, which made the fight a closer fight. A lot of people, some favored it to Zhang, some favored it to Parker. Regardless, what I'm saying is you can never count out the power. And although Zhang is getting to the older half of his career, he's still a skilled fighter. He still beat a great fighter in Joe Joyce, knocked him out twice, still knocked out Deontay Wilder.
Plus, Joyce also beat Dubois, too. So
Exactly. So that just, it's really of a mix-up, and that's the great thing about the heavyweight division today is that we're finally getting to see these fighters that aren't only just champions, but the contenders, the top 10 fighters fight against each other. It's a throwback to the 90s, 80s, 70s era of heavyweights, and that's what I really appreciate by today. But breaking down this fight a little bit, I see this fight, going both ways. I could see Zhang somehow landing a really good shot in there and knocking him out, but my thing is I've always said that I'm always going to go for the boxer over the puncher. And in this case, although Kabayel's not necessarily a boxer, I'd like to say he's more of a bruiser. He could go in there and
I agree.
He could go in there and box you up, but at the same time, he's looking for the knockdown. He's still trying to hunt you down. And, the thing is with his body work, like you said, he has very good body work. He's a specialist in it. I think that's the best way to beat someone like Zhilei Zhang, someone that's already older. He's a big fighter. He's going to be a lot bigger than Kabayel. How do you cut down a tree is from the roots. So that's how I think you go back to that fight. But again, you can't count Zhang out. He has that explosive Chinese power. This fight, though, I do think that this is going to be Kabayel's breakout fight. I think he is the younger, fresher guy, and it's going to look similar to when he fought Joseph Parker. But in my opinion, Kabayel, it might be a bit better. It's his time. He's never tasted defeat. He's never been knocked down, never been knocked out, never taken a loss. Joseph Parker's already a little bit past his prime, but again, he's a great fighter. It's just in this instance, I think Kabayel gets the win.
I agree. I think Kabayel is going to be fully motivated for this fight. How I see the fight going is that he'll probably get dropped in the first 2 rounds. Then he's going to recover quick. He's going to be moving around trying to outbox Zhang until he tires himself out. Afterwards, I feel like Kabayel is going to move in and try to stop him just like how he stopped Cuban Flash. I feel like it might look similar to that. So I have Kabayel winning by knockout.
Apart from that, what's a role that they could play in the heavyweight division? I mean, apart from this, we know that they're hunting for the belts. We know both fighters want to eventually become champions. Of course, for Zhilei, it's a little bit later in his career, but it could be done. We saw George Foreman do it at age 46. We've seen Bernard Hopkins do it like at age 50. So everything's possible in this boxing game. But of course, if they do win, who would you want to see the winner of that fight against?
Well, I'll say this. For Zhang, I feel like for his future, what it holds for him, he might be a gatekeeper, especially for the new guys coming up. You know, he might fight Bakoli and the younger guys. And for Agit Kabayel, I feel like he's going to be the next man up after Parker loses to Dubois. So he might actually be the next up-and-comer.
You know, it's a hard call to say. I think whoever wins, even if Big Bang wins, I wouldn't want him to just be a gatekeeper. I would like to see him against someone like Bakoli, someone like Anthony Joshua. And if he beats those guys, F it, man. Put him there. Put him right next in line for a belt. He's not getting any younger. But if he could prove that, he could beat someone like a Kabayel, a Deontay Wilder, and then possibly someone like an Anthony Joshua or a Bakoli, why not give him a shot for the title? I would really like to see that. It would be I think it would be the first Chinese heavyweight ever, right? First Chinese heavyweight champion. But for Kabayel, I think, he's younger. He's got time. You could still throw him in with some good fighters like Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua, and you could still build him up to fight a world champion one day. Regardless how this fight goes, I really think this is going to be a great fight.
It will.
But let us know what you guys think down below. Do you guys think this is one of the best fights on that February 22nd card? Thank you guys once again for tuning in. My name's Eric.
And I'm Alex.
And I'm your boy Mac. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Pound for Pound Boxing channel. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we're out.